Substituição no time do Corinthians.
So changes afoot here and from both sides.
Camisa 4. Camisa 18. Camisa
And he
9.
cuts out the supply.
Camisa 22.
Schlotterbeck
Deixando o campo
counts,
para a
is
entrada
onto it in a
dele.
flash.
Camisa 7. Camisa 5. Camisa 20. Camisa 17. Camisa 10. Neymar. Substituição em andamento.
Look at the space here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And that has left him in a heap. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Corinthians really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And this is Rui Costa. They want to be quick to recover this. Rui Costa had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Rui Costa. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Zanetti. That has not gone well. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that's that. Vasco da Gama have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here? Batistuta! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Yamal has it in a wide position. Sané. Bellingham. Adams calmly anticipates. Yamal. Decent chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Maldini. Sané, out towards the flank. Mohamed Salah. There's the shot! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's Sané. Rijkaard. Can he get it through? Olise. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And he's managed to get free, and a shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Now it's Olise. And here's Mohamed Salah. Howson spots it and intercepts. Batistuta. Could move up a gear here. That looks a cracking ball. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Mbappe is flagged offside. Olise, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Towards the back stick. It's Neymar! Neymar! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Neymar. And it's Neymar. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Olise, and he's picked out the run. Oh, that was vital. Rodri.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's good vision. And this is Batistuta. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, he's bustling through here. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's...
Neymar!
Sao Paulo always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Rijkaard. Mohamed Salah. Olise. Oh, well measured. Mohamed Salah has it out wide and in space. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Totti stood up well to him there. Howson cuts it out, and now they can clear their lines. Koundé, Rodri, Yamal wriggles his way through. Now it's Mbappe. Now and the shot! Goal! Sao Paulo! And again they hit the front. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And the finish! Neymar, very much a man of this moment. And this is Totti, he has found a way through. Real chance! And it's half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Back on the way then.
Vasco da Gama can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Vasco da Gama come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
He has a look up. Olise, it's a good-looking delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. And he can clear it away. Well, they've got it again.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's picked it up out wide. Neymar. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Olise. Now that looks a decent ball. Mohamed Salah gets flagged offside. Nicely weighted ball, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Batistuta. Maldini with a definite foul there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Camisa 10. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 25.
So we have movement on both benches. He has kept it out. What great reactions.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
For it. Has a look and plays it forward. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And that was nowhere near his best.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Batistuta. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Up Jisung. Now that's well seen too. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Fiore. Oh, there's a probing ball. Vasco da Gama can breathe again. Just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
He's got away. He's had a shot! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
So we have further activity on the bench here, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
And here's Haaland, Nunez, Fiore.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Totti. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Danielson. And they're back on the ball again. Danielson. Foden goes sliding in. Bojan. Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost. It's Vinicius Junior. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, good finish. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Frustratingly close. It's a throw-in. Nunez.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Vasco da Gama do have a chance to counter here. And this is Bojan. And it's Totti. Rodri gets across to intercept that. Roberto Carlos, spread out to the left. And here's Nunez. It's a threatening ball. Good ball, good great chance! Park Ji-sung is always looking to play quality balls. Totti. And it's Bojan. Oh, super find. Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position here. Referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Right card, and he was alert to it. Haaland. Maldini concedes a free kick for that. Maldini has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Olise. Schneider. Olise. He's rising! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Olise
Is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more.
Olise!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And here's Neymar. Oh, now he can run away with it. It's Neymar! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Forwards and with intent. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Vieri threads one in. He's in a great position here.
Vasco da Gama really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Vieri. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Bellingham did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now it's Olise. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good ball! He's cut it out.
Olise.
Can he get it through? Chouameni. Now that looks a decent ball. He is through! He's having a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mohamed Salah. Oh, super find. And this is Sané. He's got away. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Silvestre.
Olise.
That's a good ball out wide. No way through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Vasco da Gama present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Khan to save this spot kick and his team. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and
Vieri!
Olise.
And it's Van Dijk. Rijkaard. It's Bellingham. Rijkaard.
Ah, welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Floated through. Shot a goal! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries to pass it through. Chance! That is some save from Khan! Bellingham.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Played it back. Mohamed Salah. And Neymar. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Senhoras e senhores, informamos sobre uma criança perdida. Atenção, pai de menino de camiseta amarela. Dirija-se ao centro de informações.
So we're underway for the second half.
Vasco da Gama really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Bellingham. Oh no, that was never going to make it. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Schneider. And here's Vieri. And he's picked it up out wide. And the shot's on here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's managed to get free. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Bellingham. McAllister. Baresi makes the interception. Bellingham. And this is Neymar. He has found a way through.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Brilliantly cut out. Bellingham. Olise. That has not gone well. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Olise stood his ground strongly. Vasco da Gama have it back and can go again. Zanetti. Neymar. And here's Vieri. Neymar. And he shoots! Now, how often do you see that?
Yeah, he can be proud of himself, the goalkeeper, for rescuing a perilous situation.
Substituição no time do Vasco da Gama. Camisa 21. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 27.
Milan choosing to make the first change. Rijkaard. Vasco da Gama perhaps contemplating their next change here. Passes short and sharp. Bojan. McAllister. Girassi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bellingham. And it's Bojan. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Mbappe looking to receive it in space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. McAllister. That is a brilliant interception. It's a threatening ball. Rijkaard. Now it's Girassi. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. He might be in here. Plenty to aim at here. Now the ball in. That's really well manoeuvred.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Mbappe. Now this could be takes a shot. Great football, shot and save.
Milan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And we have our very first corner. Vasco da Gama have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Now it's Rui Costa. He's found the way through. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And it's Bellingham. Rui Costa. Now, can they get him away? He's shifting through the gears here. And this is Totti. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Aims beyond the defence. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Girassi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. 5 minutes left on the clock. Looking for the run. And here's Rui Costa. And this is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Marquinhos. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Now that's well seen too. Tchouaméni, and they can counter here. Couldn't squeeze it through. Rui Costa bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that is that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good.
Bom jogo. Tamo junto.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Now it's Sané. It's a pretty loose pass. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
For me, Peter, Mark Gahey is one of the most technically accomplished centre-backs around. He's also got great recovery speed and athleticism, and a really intelligent reading of the game. There's no doubt in my mind that he's among the very best in the current crop of English defenders. He has been excellent.
No argument from me on that front. Sané, he's through on goal, goes for a shot! Goal! Vasco da Gama! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Distributed tidily, and the through ball. And this is Mohamed Salah, and he's managed to get free. Vasco da Gama with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Azar, a player who needs no introduction. Oh, easy pickings there. Mohamed Salah, and he's got away, shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And the finish! Just cruising! They are cruising! And that brings up the century. Goal number 100 for one very special player. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Vasco da Gama find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Vasco da Gama have hit a quick-fire double here. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, that's superb. It's Salah! Now, who's going to be first to this? Flings in across. Azar. And here's Zanetti. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Hazard. He was under real pressure there. And it's made its way to him. Now he's rising! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. McAllister, Totti. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Played into the... Terrific! Oh, crossbar! Bellingham. And this is Sané. Oh, he's bustling through here. And this is Sané. Shoots! And he's stuck it away. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Not the most accurate pass. Mohamed Salah has been caught there, it's a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.